before we get started here, just extremely tough, disappointing way to lose, especially how well we played early in that game. I got to do a better job getting these guys in positions to execute, make plays in the fourth quarter. And with that being said, I also got to make sure our best guys are on the field in the most critical times. But I believe in the guys in the room. I believe in our coaches. I believe in our players. I know we're going to continue to work to improve, to get better, and be at our best when it matters most in these critical moments. Really excited to get back to work and get focused here on Philly. But with that, I'll take any of your questions.
Shane, just curious, two quick ones. The offense scores a touchdown. Do you consult with Daves about how you want to attack the next series against Dart? And just, I'm curious, Dex Lawrence wasn't on the field in that three-man look on the completion of mids. Why wasn't Dex on the field then?
Yeah, so I think me and Daves are always in constant communication on game day. He knows what's going on. It's always back and forth as what he sees, what I see, along with our defensive staff. I think we got a good communication in terms of that on game day. And again, with Dex, I got to do a better job. I got to make sure he's out there on the field.
Shane, everybody acts like if you rush 5 or 6 on that play, or 4 or 5, let's say, it's like there's no risk in that. What's the other side of the coin? Like, what are you protecting against by rushing 3 that if you rush 4 or 5?
I mean, it's all about how you want to delegate your resources. Just the situations, they're always changing. They're always evolving. They're all a little bit different. Them not having any timeouts, I think they were in 7-man protection. They had those guys in there. So, I mean, it's a cat and mouse game, understanding how they're going to attack you. They had an idea of what was coming and felt like we were in a good call. Obviously, it didn't work out, and it wasn't what we wanted to be. So that's something we're evaluating, and I got to continue to work at to make sure I can put our players in the best position to execute in those moments.
Will you give Mark Green a chance to play outside corner this week? Yeah,
we're working through it. We'll see where Debo's at as we go through the week here. I mean, we got guys there. We got Art. We signed Corey. You got Tay. You have Flat out there. So we got some guys that we're working through. We'll see where Debo's at. Got a couple days here to kind of work through with him and see where he's at with everything. So we'll see where that goes.
Did that give you any pause on that first series when you dropped 8? The fact that Debo and Holland weren't out there, so you had some guys that really hadn't gotten a lot of defensive reps. Was that in consideration, or was really?
Yeah, I mean, I think always throughout a game as you go, you're trying to gauge where we're at and our ability to execute certain things and who's in there and who's not in there. I think that's something you always have to take in consideration along with the offense and how they're trying to attack you.
It certainly seemed like the point where the game changed was when Adebo went out. Did you have to call things any differently with your number one corner out and Banks taking those reps?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was any differently. I think some things change as you go. Like, you're dealing with different bodies in there, playing some different positions. Dane's usually our sub linebacker. He has to move back. Moose is in that role a little bit more. So, like, there's some moving pieces that you got to take into account as you go, and just the comfort level with everybody, not just one guy, just with everybody being able to go out there and execute certain things.
What did you think about what Brian said? You know, obviously there was video of him coming out, and it seemed like he was not that happy with the rush 3, drop 8, and he had a different explanation. But what did you make of that? Yeah,
I mean, we got a good relationship. We talk, I think, with all these guys. I got a good relationship with all these guys where I hope they're able to voice their opinions to me, good, bad, indifferent, as it goes. Again, we talk through everything as a group, as a coaching staff, and then along with these players as well, just making sure we're on the same page. I think the more we can communicate, they can understand my perspective, I can understand their perspective on things. It allows us to kind of come together and understand where each guy's coming from and how we want to play the game.
Did you hear from them specifically on that play?
I talked to all of them about all the play. I talked to them. I approached all those guys about the play.
What about Dex? Like you said, you need to get him on the field. Was that something that he came to you and talked about, or you went to him and talked about?
Yeah, I got to get him on the field. I got to get him on the field.
Are you in charge? I'm sorry, Shane. I don't even know the answer to this. Like, who determines who's on? Like, is that the position
It's me.
coach? It's you.
It's all me.
When you said you want to get your best guys on the field in critical times, are you talking about Dex, or are you
Yes.
are you referring to playing? Because you're substituting a lot, especially up front.
Yeah.
Are you saying you just need to play your A-list guys more?
Yeah, I think I'm referring to that situational play. Absolutely. I think the other plays throughout the game, it was tempo there in the fourth quarter. I think we ran over 30 plays in the fourth quarter there. So there's going to be some moving in and out, and it affects what you're able to do just in terms of packaging and some of that too, because guys are running in and out. And again, just the most critical moments, those critical plays, I got to make sure that our best players are on the field.
How do you make sure that how do you balance wanting to have your best players on the field, but also when the players are out there, they got to be ready to go in terms of stamina and energy?
Yeah, that's part of it. And I think all 11, obviously the starters, and then all of our backups, they got to be ready to go. They got to be ready to play. They got to be ready to go. And I think I think we're talking two different things a little bit about that critical situation play, and then as we go throughout the game, like, we got to roll guys. Like, you can't play the same guys all the time. So there's going to be some plays in the game throughout where we might not have a guy in there that we want in there at that time, just based on the nature of the game and the flow of the game and the tempo of the offense and how that plays out.
The first three quarters were as, I don't know, like, intimidating a defense as I've seen the Giants play. Like, there were like big hits, like it was, like enforcer type hits. Anything to that? Like, you just don't see those kind of big hits. Like, I think at Danes, I think Bobby had one. Anything to that? Like the physical style you guys are playing.
Yeah, I think they were playing fast. I think they were lined up, ready to go, reacting and triggering and making plays. To me, if we can get lined up, we know what to do. We can play fast and aggressive. I think the more that stuff kind of shows. The fourth down stop by Dane on the goal line, huge play early in that game. So just continue to make sure these guys, as a coach, we can put them in positions to do the best things they do best and also execute what we're asking them to do at a high level.
Apologies, I couldn't hear as well with the planes, but why wasn't Dex out there for that?
Yeah, it's on me. I got to do a better job just making sure he's out there.
I guess what was the thinking of the strategy?
It's on me. I got to do a better job in that situation, making sure he's on the field.
With the run, there's a lot of pressure on you from outside the building. I'm wondering how much you feel that. How much do you feel that maybe internally, and how do you handle all this? Yeah, look, it's the NFL. Like, it's a week to week. You got to perform each week in and week out. Excited for the opportunity this week to play a really good team on the road, get back out there, get this taste out of our mouth. Lean on the guys, lean on the coaches. I think we're in this thing together. One way or another, good, bad, indifferent, we're in this thing together. Lean on those relationships I built with those guys. And again, alluding back to your last question, constant communication about where we're at and where we need to go.